Alright, this is Andrew with Jordan Home Inspections. We are doing a sewer scope today here in Ogden. We're at 1436 Marilyn Drive. We have the camera pushed out 63 feet. Today is September 5th. I'm not able to get my camera past this blockage. You can see how there's a root growing through the joint already, some waste getting stuck on it, and there's also a little bit of an offset that we can see. So the right hand side of the pipe has a big lip. I'm curious if it's worse on the left side where it's covered by the root. I'll kind of show you, but I'm trying to get my camera past it because usually with a root they're somewhat soft and I can just push my camera through, but on this one it's a hard enough blockage that I'm not able to. So I would recommend having this line cleaned. You could have that hydrojetted out and then camera the rest of the line so you can see what else is going on here. But as is, that's a spot where waste could collect and create a blockage where it backs up into the house. And then also you want to have it clean so you can see whether that's just a root or whether it's an offset, which the only way to fix an offset is to dig it up and do a spot repair, which can be very costly. I can't tell yet if this is clay or transite. Transite's typically kind of a white color, which is what the top of this pipe looks like. Clay is usually more of a red terracotta color. So if I had to bet, I think it's likely transite from what I can tell. Another little root coming through the joint there. And there's also some smaller offsets. These are fairly typical. It's always a good sign when waste is not getting stuck on it. And that one's a little bigger. But so far no standing water, which is good. That indicates that you have proper grade. At least this area that we can see. Again, we can't see past that blockage. The average length of a sewer line is usually around 100 feet. I would imagine this one would be longer than that based on how far the house is from the road. It's hard to say how much longer, but my guess that it's longer than 100 feet. I would recommend, there's some more roots, I would recommend getting the insurance on this line. Some homeowners insurance companies are starting to offer it now, but you can also get it through HomeServe. HomeServe is real popular in Utah, but that would help offset the cost when a bigger issue occurs and it's time to replace it. Now we transition to cast iron. As you can see, cast iron is real rough and rusty. It will eventually need to be replaced. You want to avoid putting wet wipes or feminine hygiene products down the line where they could get stuck. I would recommend having the cast iron cleaned proactively. You could have it coated. That's where they go through and they clean it with a chain, and that makes it nice and smooth again. That can also allow you to evaluate it a little better. Sometimes that rust covers cracks or issues that we might be able to see if it were cleaned more recently. So just to recap, we did not get to the end of the line. We hit a blockage that I could not get past. So we only saw about 65 feet or so. Overall it looked like you had good grade, which is good. You did have some small to moderate sized offsets. And then you do have some cast iron which will eventually need to be replaced. So I'd recommend getting the insurance and maybe even proactively having it cleaned. I'm going to end this recording now.